Making out here, being the officiant for the ceremony today. Thank you, Mr. Akuma. For those of you who have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, I'm Jimmy, and I'm Benjamin's older brother. Now, I first want to start off by saying congratulations to Benji and Irene on a wonderful and beautiful wedding ceremony. They couldn't have chosen a better venue. It's just so wonderful to see all the friends and family come out tonight. Thank you, Benji Irene, for a wonderful wedding. Great job planning. Let's give me a hand. Okay, so being the older brother, I'm supposed to say a couple of embarrassing things about Benji, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to first say, first of all, we are 7 years apart. Just a little bit of history here. And I've been there since he was born. And I even remember pushing him around a little stroller. Okay, this is my little baby brother. And back in those days, we were really into cartoons, especially Walt Disney cartoons. I don't know if you guys remember that, but specifically, I remember our parents getting us a cartoon tape of Donald Duck and his many adventures. So we would end up watching that tape and just, we would just watch it day in and day out, and we would just wear it down. And so he had this fascination with Donald Duck. Okay? So he had such a fascination that we ended up buying this little Donald Duck toy for him. Okay, and it was so great because he would take that Donald Duck toy everywhere he went, including the first grade. And so there he is, you know. Imagine Benji here's this, you know, wonderfully built, muscly guy, and then he's got this little Donald Duck figure that he would stick in his shirt. He'd carry it right here. It would go everywhere that he went. It was sort of like his little safety blanket. Now, being that we were all youngsters at the time, and we have two younger brothers who are very mischievous, they would often get into little arguments with themselves, and that Donald Duck toy wouldn't always stay in one piece, okay? So we get flung around everywhere, and pieces start flying off of it. But miraculously, and because our father is such a resourceful person, through the magic of duct tape, we were able to put it back together again every time. And thus began our family's fascination with duct tape, such as on my phone here. But what has always made me really proud about Benji is the fact that he is dedicated, he's loyal, and he's definitely not afraid to be unique in his own way. Now let's fast forward 10 years later. 10 years later, maybe a little more than 10 years later, I was in college at the time, and I wouldn't see my brothers very often, but I would come back, and they knew that I was in college. They were in high school at the time. And I remember one afternoon, I was in my room, and Benji came up to me, okay, and he said to me, "How do you pick up girls? How do you get a girlfriend?" He doesn't remember this, but it happened. Now, so I was a little, you know, I was like this, you know, cool college kid, and I mean, I didn't know what to say at the time, and but if I did have the chance to say what I wanted to say, I would have said, "Be true to yourself, to those who are around, or to those around you, and you will find someone who will appreciate and love you for your own unique ways." Now, apparently Benji didn't really need my advice because he simply couldn't have possibly found a better match for himself than Irene. Now, so just a couple things about Irene. Irene, you are one of the friendliest, most wonderful, outgoing people I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. And I am a firm believer of positive influences friends and family can have on a person. And this just goes to show how wonderful the Gong family is, especially Mr. and Mrs. Gong, and her sisters Emily and Alice, and her brother Michael. So, if you have a glass, feel free to raise it. And please join me in a toast to Benji and Irene. May you live a life of happiness and laughter, and may the only pain in your life be champagne.